Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Trinadapi Sunichena Tarariva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Harinama Harinama Harinamai Vakivalam Kalo Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyata Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. I would like Batuk Sharma to do the invocation of Om Namo Bhagavate 3 times instead of me, since he does the best Om. Please lead us.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Thank you. So we are doing this program in memory of this beautiful person known as Jai Krishna Das Jashbhai Patel. When I got here earlier, I spoke to my manager, Krishna Kumar. I don't know if you know, he's my manager for North America. He's my North America, and his brother-in-law is my promoter. Yes, for the Midwest. Anyway, I was looking at this picture and I was thinking, just look at the eyes. And it's so pure and clear and just very, very Krishna conscious. How old was he in this picture? How much? 2010? So how old was he then? 22. It's like he's looking right at you. And just with a pure heart. So we are all friends, relatives of this devotee, Jai Krishna Das. And I requested my manager to pick the appropriate topic because besides being my manager, he is an adopted member of the family. Maybe some of you might not have known that, but he's adopted member. Although Nikhil was getting on his case.
That's the sign that he's
Yes. So the topic he gave me was, where does the devotee go after death? Devotee means devotee of Krishna. So I did my homework and I printed out, Krishna Kumar printed out the appropriate shlokas. So let's go through it. Please repeat. Janma karma cha me divyam evang yo veti tatvataha Jaktva dehang punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Please repeat. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So this verse, spoken by Lord Sri Krishna, is telling you very clearly, this can be, if you want, this can be your last birth in the material world, if you want. It's up to you. Krishna does not force it. But here is what's required. You have to know the transcendental nature of Krishna's appearance and his activities, and how you will do that. Now, in the Sanskrit, this word tatvata, that's the key word. Knowing Krishna tatvataha, in truth, scientifically, not whimsically, according to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. That's how you have to know Krishna's birth and activities. Fortunately, Srila Prabhupada has translated Srimad Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada practically knew that he would not live long enough to complete the 10th canto. So that's why in 1969-70, Prabhupada stopped his translation of Bhagavatam and gave us Krishna book, which is a summary study of the 10th canto. Because he said, I don't want to leave without my disciples getting the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. So you want to know Krishna's birth and activities? It's all there in that Krishna book. The book that made me a devotee. That book, so powerful. You read that book, read it, you will know tattva, in truth, Krishna's birth, and because it starts with Krishna's birth and all his activities, 90 chapters. All right, let's go to the next verse. Today you're going to have to participate. So we're going to chant the verse and read the translation. You're all going to get a good appetite for today's Akadasi Prasad. Antakale chamam eva smaran muktva kalevaram yak prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra sangshaya. And whoever at the end of life quits one's body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. So, this verse is the final examination of life. Life is simply one test after another. Any of us here who have gone through a very serious disease, we've been to the hospital, then we understand how valuable our time is. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Like back in 2006, I called my wife. She was at work. Come home, I'm dying. That's what I was crying and I said, come home, I'm dying. It was a kidney stone. But I thought I was dying. And of course, she came home. But during that time, because the doctor didn't see me right away, so there was like an hour or so waiting, and I felt, oh my God, I'm with the Yamadutas, and I'm being tortured by the Yamadutas. Anybody had a kidney stone? You know what I'm talking about, right? They say it's worse than childbirth. That's what they say. I've never had childbirth, but I have a kidney stone. So you appreciate the valuable time you have. So here's the thing, the test of life. Can you remember Krishna exclusively at the time of death. And then it says, what do you get? My nature. So Krishna's nature is spiritual body. That spiritual body is eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. That's what awaits a devotee. Because who's going to remember Krishna at the time of death? A devotee. And that begs the question, and Prabhupada mentions it in the purport. Don't think that you can remember Krishna at the time of death and not practice. We practice now for that. Not that, oh, okay, when I get old, I'll practice. No, the practice starts now. And Prahlad Maharaj says the practice begins from the age of 5. Komara acharat pragya. So, we have to practice remembering Krishna. And how do you know you're on the track? You're driving your car, somebody cuts you off, what do you say? I hope so. But that's your self-test. What do you say when that guy cuts you off and you almost have a 6-car accident? What do you say? My wife, she's shown me many times. Because I'll be driving, she'll go, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. That's why I don't like driving with her. That's why she came in a separate car. Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhupada, okay, Batuk. Prabhupada mentions this. Again, that's the same thing. If you have been practicing Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya takes that into consideration. But that's why even more so, you have to practice. It's mentioned in the purports that yes, if you don't remember, it's not that Krishna goes, okay, no. All the days and times, like Prabhupada used to say, there's a book, and all your devotional activities are written in that book. So every time you come to Namahat, it's recorded. Every time you go to temple, it's recorded. Even the little child that doesn't know is clapping their hands in the kirtan, it's being written in their devotee account. And nobody can touch that account. Nobody. That account is secure. So, all that you've been practicing is taken into consideration. All right, let's continue. Next verse from Bhagavad Gita. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madvyapasrayaha mat prasadad avapnoti shasvatam padam avyayam. Please repeat. Though engaged in all kinds of activities, my pure devotee, under my protection, reaches the eternal and imperishable abode by my grace. So here's another guarantee from Krishna, right? Where does a pure devotee go after death? The eternal and imperishable abode. That's the abode known as Vaikuntha. And if you're an exclusive devotee of Krishna, you got not only to Vaikuntha, but you go to Krishna Loka, the planet of Krishna. And notice, by my grace, because it's not like a, a business transaction. No. It's by Krishna's grace. That's why this term is used. Causeless mercy. We cannot force Krishna to do anything. Krishna will do something out of his love, out of his mercy, or here in this case, by his grace, by the grace. So we have to keep that. That keeps the devotee humble. The devotee is always remember that, yes, Krishna, it's up to you. Like Draupadi, when she was being disrobed, in the end she said, Krishna, it's up to you to protect me and save my honor. She was completely helpless. She was depending on Krishna. So there we have 3 verses in the Bhagavad Gita indicating where the devotee goes. But now we have some more information in Srimad Bhagavatam. These verses are a little more, I'll do the Sanskrit, I'll just have you do the English. Repeat. Satsevya digayapi jatamai dridamati hitva vadyam imang lokam gantamaj janatamasi. So this is during the time Narada was meditating. He's a 5-year-old boy, and Krishna has appeared to him. And then after Krishna appeared to him, because Narada was doing meditation, then Krishna disappeared. And Narada thought, oh, it's just a mechanical process, I'll keep doing it. But because it's not a mechanical process, as I just mentioned, Krishna did not appear to Narada, although he tried and tried and tried and tried. But then, out of Krishna's mercy or grace, Krishna spoke invisibly. In other words, all they could hear was the voice. So and Krishna said many things. So here's what Krishna said. Please repeat. O Narada, by service of the absolute truth, even for a few days, a devotee attains firm and fixed intelligence in me. Consequently, he goes on to become my associate in the transcendental world after giving up the present deplorable material worlds. So here are the key points. Service of the absolute truth. That's called bhakti yoga, devotional service. You're doing it right now, hearing. And we also did chanting for an hour. And then we're going to do worship of the Lord, which also entails hearing and chanting. So the RT is 3 things. It's worship, archanam, but it's also sravanam kirtanam, because that's how Prabhupada does it. Not just arti, not we just stand there. Prabhupada insisted during the arti there must be kirtan, which means hearing and chanting. So the arti is very powerful. Okay, so he says service, that's bhakti yoga, even for a few days. And what do you get? Firm and fixed intelligence in Krishna. And then Krishna says, you go on to the transcendental world. After giving up the present deplorable material worlds. That reminds us of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, from the highest down to the lowest, all places in the material world, dukhalayam ashashvatam, simply temporary places of duk. You all know what that word means, duk. Duk is the opposite of sukh. So Krishna is certifying the material world is deplorable. I don't have to convince you, just turn on CNN. Day after day, you see how deplorable the world is getting. But don't worry, you're going back to Godhead. If you do bhakti yoga. Let's go on. Madbhakta pratibudharto mat prasadena bhuyasa nisreyasam sva sangstanang kaivalyakyang mad asrayam prapnoti hanjasa dira swadrishachina sangshaya yad gatva nivarteta yogi lingad vinyagrame. So this is from Lord Kapila. Lord Kapila is the son of Devahuti and the son of Kardama Muni. But at some point, Kardama Muni took sannyas. So Kapil was the young son of Devahuti, and she approached Kapil and with lots of questions. And that comprises a major part of the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Chapters 25 through 30 is all the discussion between Kapil and Devahuti. So here's one of the things. Please repeat. My devotee actually becomes self-realized by my unlimited causeless mercy. Wow, again, the same point that I mentioned earlier. Notice, by Krishna's unlimited we have to be very grateful that Krishna is merciful. Please repeat. And thus, when freed from all doubts, he steadily progresses to his destined abode, which is directly under the protection of my spiritual energy of unadulterated bliss. That's the spiritual world. Unadulterated bliss. What a wonderful world. Unadulterated means pure. Pure bliss. That's the transcendental abode. Please repeat. That is the ultimate perfectional goal of the living entity. After giving up the present material body, the mystic devotee goes to that transcendental abode and never comes back. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra one time.